My name is Chris. I run the marybacchus.com website and other social media sites, the web store, theredcactus.com. So just wanted to do a little bit of live content. I'm out here in Himmel Park in Tucson, Arizona. Just wanted to make a short little video about telling everybody what I feel. Just kind of get a little update. Something I've been wanting to do is do a little bit more content. So, uh, I lost my train of thought there. Oh, I do want to say that if I look a little strange, I just been talking with somebody that actually started a couple big major breweries for Miller Brewing Company that actually came into a place that I used to work at, or that I work at currently. It's called Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza in Tucson, Arizona. Good place to go if you want some Chicago style pizza in there, in Old Pueblo or Dirty Tea, whatever you want to call it out here. Definitely go check it out. So we've been talking, getting ready to start a restaurant and stuff like that. So I'm kind of like doing some ins and out, besides what's on my blog, talking about making food. But so now I'm starting to do a little bit more content, which was suggested to me by Jen Marilla. Marilla? Is that her name? But somebody that you should check out if you want to learn to scale a business or something like that, because she has done that, and her rates are very great for that. I took that to heart, and I will be working with her eventually. Just something I haven't been able to do because I don't make a lot of money right at the moment. But I found that where I need to start doing some more videos and stuff like that. So I have another product review coming out for Red Cactus. I did one for earbuds that didn't really pan out for my site, but I will say that I am going to start buying more products and doing a little bit more reviews for you guys and stuff like that, besides for what I do through Mary Bacchus, because I think eventually once I move down to Mexico, I think that's going to be a bigger thing for me to actually go and do a lot more videos and stuff like that. What I'm doing for work or something like that, because I do other work besides that there. So if you have a video by chance, shameless plug here, I do transcription work and I do articles, or basically what they call copywriting. So if you're interested in that, get in touch with me. You can get me in touch with me through the marybacchus.gmail.com is one, or chris.j at themarybacchus.com was another one. I'm not sure if that second email's work. I might have to work on that a little bit, but I do want to know that I am trying to go out there. Don't let the appearance and the gray hair fool you. Mainly because I think my kids keep me go through them. My youngest one, she's basically a YouTube star. She was like 2 years old and still in diapers, and I got a lot of views on her dancing down at the flats down in Jacksonville, Florida. So the other one, she's getting her own feel for it. She's basically does a lot of writing, or not writing, drawing and singing, but she does a lot of drawing, and she's getting a lot of good following for her. So I've been trying to help her out to do that. So, which I will say, for me, after a second divorce, I just said basically F it, and decided granted, I'm still back in Tucson, which was kind of a big mistake, I think, but in a way it's not. A lot of issues I have to deal with that I'm trying to do, and so far I've been doing pretty well. Frankly, I am tired of working for somebody. I know you are to do that. Let me know. Send me a comment or whatever, because I will find some way to help you out. Because I do transcription work, because I know I could probably do that. And living in Mexico and making up for about $300 a month, I could actually live in Mexico in a 2-bedroom apartment down there. And like trying to do that in the United States, you're looking at least $400 or $500. So do the math. So let's see how that goes. But it's just one of those things you have to kind of like think of, like, do you really want to work, or what do you want to do, or do you want to live life and travel or see the world, or just have enough money to not have to work and just have fun? Let me know. Get up here. Blessed be, boy. Let me give you a little bit of backstory, because I know I probably haven't done a video like of me. I'm getting close to my 50s, which is kind of strange, but I basically wear my kids out. So I am pretty fit to an extent. I can deal with the heat out here in Tucson, so being in Merida is not going to be an issue with the heat down there. I grew up in the South, so I know how to cook. I know how to make stuff. I knew how to improvise when needed, and I know a couple of languages. So I will say this, I'm like, if you ever see me, this face, and you're walking around and it's like, hey, you want to get a drink or something like that? And I'm like, if we follow each other on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, or wherever, wherever we may follow each other, or you probably know me from somebody else or something like that, or a video or something like that, hey, let me know. I'll cook you dinner. If like you're traveling and I'm somewhere, we're gonna swap some stories, because I got some stories to tell. You don't live this long and live in the South and around the United States and not have any stories to tell. Some strange ones, maybe, but yeah, we're gonna have some stories to tell, and I'll cook you a good dinner. And hey, if I got the extra room, you want to sleep on the couch, I'm not gonna charge you for it. You gave me the charge, but you paid me in your story or something like that. So that's the way it's gonna work with me. And shit, we'll have a glass of beer or two or several, or maybe even kill a bottle of wine. That I have it sitting out in on the back porch. That's just the way it is. For me, I'm a cook. I've done a lot of different jobs. That's why I got a lot of stories. But I take each job seriously, but I learn from something each one. I don't complain about the job, because I would take jobs, if I knew it was like a dishwashing job and it was like that or not working, I would take that. Why? Because I learned something from that job. Gratitude that I'm working. That's the biggest thing. And thank you, Gary V, for that. I will say that I don't think I've ever had any job more than 6 years. I think when I worked at Comcast in Atlanta, that was nice. I was trying to be more a part of the American system, so to speak. Trying to get a house and stuff like that. Didn't pan out. Eventually I started thinking, I'm like, maybe this isn't right for me. So I wanted to, once I came back to Tucson, I think I started refocusing my thoughts on different things. And so I started finding that you kind of had to take a step back. So thinking about that, it's like, alright, so I've been in, the Atlanta area for about several years. And I mean, granted, it was nice. I liked the area and the people that I met and stuff like that. But eventually I wanted something more. So I came back to Tucson thinking, yeah, it could be a better start. Nah, that wasn't the case. First time I got back here, typical people of Tucson, it's like, as soon as you get back here, you get a ticket, and the next thing you know, you're in their system. Goes. I got more tickets here in this town in Tucson than I have anywhere else, but they don't call it their dirty tea for nothing. So if I was you, if you were to come out here, kind of be mindful of what you're doing. Cops like to try to find something, to get you on, but you also got to be mindful that there is a lot more other stuff out here than you realize. I love being out here because of the fields. The parks are nice. It's a bike-friendly community. It's also a lot of nice restaurants out here. It isn't the first city of a gastronomy in the United States. Austin was the second, and that was several years later. So I wrote a blog post over at marybacchus.com if you want to check that out. But I worked in this industry, in the restaurant industry, for several years out here. And then, hands down, if you want to learn some stuff, and learn some shit, and learn how to really cook, come to Tucson. Because there's more ways to cook some more stuff. Granted, yeah, there's like 250 million ways to get a fucking snoring hot dog and a damn Mexican taco. But there's a lot more other fusion out here. Shoot, I live and work at Rocco's, and right next door, or at least 2 buildings down, is an Ethiopian place. One of the very few. So if you're willing to take that risk, go for it. I mean, there is a lot of stuff here for restaurants, and so that's why this city has become one of the top cities for that. Work, it kind of varies. I'm not saying it's the best, but restaurant industry, if you can make it out here, especially if you're like a server or something like that, you should be doing okay. For the most part, because you get tips every night. As a cook, it kind of varies, but you kind of get a little bit better wage. But there's quite a few good hotels that you can work at, and resorts up here, because they did have the Welch's open here years ago. They still have the Conquistador Classic out here for golf tournaments. We no longer have the spring training like we used to, but since they all moved to Phoenix, but we do have the other infrastructure here as well. So your best bet is, if you're going to come out here, kind of take a little bit of look at what you got. Cost of living is a little bit cheaper. I will say that with the influx of Californians coming out here, just be mindful, because they're going to be bringing their Californian shit here. Like they say, as the joke goes, especially out here, is like everything is known to the state of California to cause cancer. So that's why we're praying for a big earthquake sometimes, so we can get oceanfront property. Granted, we don't want to actually say, and kill a bunch of people like that, but that's just kind of the joke, just the way it is with the earthquakes. So if you do really interested about coming out here, I guarantee you that if I see and you come up to me or something like that, hey, we'll go have a drink somewhere. We'll go somewhere and go have a nice drink somewhere, and go down to 4th Avenue or by the U of A area and mess with some college kids or something like that. Well, we'll go find somewhere to go eat, and if not, we'll go make it. We've got a gas stove, let's go. I got my knife set still sitting in my house, and I'm willing to go use that to make some food. So I know how to do a lot of stuff that's like old-fashioned or old school, make from scratch. But hey, if you want to do it, let's go. I just want to give you a little backstory about me and some of the stuff that I'm doing, and I'll probably have another update here in the next few days or two, because I'm thinking about trying to do this more often. So besides the drop shipping stores that I have now, but we'll have some fun with it, and hopefully we'll learn from each other, and we'll go from there. I'm sure that everybody's willing to take a look. Granted, right now I just feel drunk to a certain extent, because this guy offered me not really offer me, but it got a lead into maybe being work for him, since he's done some smoking and butchering, and he worked for Miller Brewing, started a bunch of breweries through them. So hey, that's awesome. That's a good lead. So we'll probably see, and I'm thinking that we might start something, because this is kind of what I'm wanting to do, whether it's here in the United States or down in Mexico or anywhere really. So if you want to catch up with me, let me know. Luck, and we'll get stuff together. All right, bye.